We're going to start off this week about board games. What board games can tell us about God, how they can show us how to live as Christians and do spiritual things, and what do our favorite game boards can tell us. Today we are talking about the famous Chutes and Ladders. Chutes and Ladders is a game where your goal is to become the winner. And when you do something good, you get to climb the ladder. Unfortunately, when you do something bad, you slide down the ladder and you go backwards. This is a great board game to remind you of a story in the Bible about a boy whose name was Joseph. God gave him dreams when he was a teenager about how his family were going to bow down to him. And Joseph got a little too big for his britches and started to brag about these dreams. And not only that, but his father thought he was the favorite, and he would tattle on his older brothers, and Joseph thought he was going to be great. Unfortunately, through the story of Joseph, he had his great moments. When he was the favorite son, he got to advance. But then his brothers got jealous and sold him to be a slave, and that took him down. To be a slave was bad, and yet Joseph stayed close to God. And he stayed and practiced what he remembered his father told him. And as he was a slave, he got in the highest position of a slave. Then one day, his boss, Potiphar's wife, decided that she was going to lie about Joseph. And so Potiphar threw Joseph into the jail. He got high as the top slave, but then the lie happened and he went down because he was put into jail. But once again, God blessed him in jail, and he worked hard, and so the jailer made him an important part in the jail, and he went up the step again. And while he was there, the baker and the wine tester of Pharaoh came, and they had dreams one night, and Joseph told them what their dreams meant. Well, God gave Joseph the information about what their dreams meant. And so they promised if their dreams came out like the way they would tell people about his good way he can interpret dreams, and yet they forgot. And once again, Joseph ended going down. Well, one day Pharaoh had a dream, and no one in the kingdom could figure out what the dream was. And all of a sudden, the wine taster said, "Oh, there's this guy named Joseph in the jail, and he can probably interpret your dream." And so they brought Joseph back to the Pharaoh, and Joseph told Pharaoh what his dream meant. And he told Pharaoh because he knew how things worked, because he worked hard as a slave in Potiphar's house. He figured out things in jail for the jailer. And so Pharaoh made Joseph the second in command. And Joseph rose to the occasion, and he became a winner. He finally fulfilled the dreams that God gave him in his life. So, if things look really bad, remember that God is with us when things are bad. And when things are good, He is also with us, and He loves us no matter what we're going through.